Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel, Jo Knows Adventure. And today I am disembarking the ship, the Norwegian Prima, and finally back in Galveston. So the first part of the video will be that, and then we'll get to the review of the ship, the trip, and the ports. All right, let's get started. Good morning from Galveston. I'm not in the high seas anymore. Yep, today is debarkation day. And so the ship got in last night at 12 midnight. They were fearing a windstorm. I don't know if it happened or not. I haven't gone outside yet. But anyway, we're in port, and so disembarkation is the same time, whether the ship was here early or not. So I'm gonna just finished my shower and last minute putting things away and checking everything. This is what I'm just getting off the port in. It's gonna be cold, so I went ahead and put my sweatshirt back on and my jeans, full length, and my shoes. You know, everybody thinks they gain weight. I don't think I have. You know, I'm on a weight loss journey. I weigh in tomorrow, so we'll see. But I feel pretty good. I've been walking, it looks like on my thing, an average of 5 miles a day, which is a lot for me. But you don't even realize how much you walk on this ship until you walk on the ship. So listen, I'm gonna do a quick review here, but first let me show you everything as I put everything off and away. These bottles, they always put these in. Either the studios don't have a refrigerator, but these are usually in the refrigerator if you want to buy. I pre-bought, which is a savings. I bought 6 of these. They're $5.50 a piece if you buy the big ones. If you want to buy one, you're single. So I think I got 6 of them for like $27 or something like that. So it was cheaper to buy them through the cruise ship. So I always leave my room steward a little gift. They always like candy and such. I gave him a thank you card, put a little tip in there. Something in my eye. I gave him one of my little Anchor keychains with my card on it, some gummy bears, and then some caramel beer doggy. So just a little something extra. You know, these guys work so hard. My room, I don't think I had him work so hard on my room because I'm pretty organized. Anyway, always check your, let me do a review. I'll do that. So I left this bag out, and this is the one I got in Rotan. So it's not a very big bag. Instead of taking a purse off, and I don't have a carry-on, this is just all my last minute stuff in here. I slept in a t-shirt last night because I already packed my pajamas, my makeup bag, a mirror. I'm using this as a wallet. This has got my passport and stuff in it, and a book. So it's not heavy, but I'll take this off the boat. And then, of course, when you get off the boat, you got to take your key card with you so they can check you off the ship. Make sure there's no stowaways. I already have my shower, so everything's out of there. And the drawers are empty. But always check, double check, because there's some extra sheets and stuff. I think he's ready to put stuff in here for the next guest. And check your closet and make sure you haven't left anything. So you can always ask for more hangers if these aren't enough for you. I always bring a couple extra myself. All right, let me do a quick review here. All right, so I'm getting ready. They start their disembarkation about 7:30. They want everybody out of their rooms by 8:45, 8:30, so the guys can start cleaning. They do have breakfast available in several places. I'm going to go down to the complimentary dining room, Hudson's, and have a sit-down breakfast instead of the bar Surfside Grill. That's pretty crowded. And so the disembarkation process is pretty simple. They color code people getting off the ship. If you can take your luggage off yourself, you're the first ones off. And then it goes by latitude members next, which I am, but I have transportation, so I don't take advantage of that. The next ones are the getting your transportation, if you've got taxis and stuff, and it goes like that by color code all the way up to 8:45. So well, it might be even a little bit later. Anyway, mine is supposedly 8:45, but it may be earlier. They start calling. So right now ship time is 6:30, and Hudson's just opened, so I'm going to go down there for that. And I booked everything through Norwegian, so my flight's through Norwegian, and it's only an hour flight for me, so it's a puddle jump. I came in on Southwest. I'm returning on United, so I came in Hobby, but I'm going to Bush International to go home. My flight is 2:30. It's a full book flight. Everything says it's on time. They offered if necessary, and in order of whoever volunteers. I volunteered for a later flight if necessary, and then I volunteered for the second later flight if necessary. So yeah, get $250 voucher. That's okay. So I'm not in a hurry to go home. I don't work tomorrow morning, so I might be repeating some of this. I think I said some of this last night, but anyway, so this is my day to go home. I will do a full honest ship review. I'll be posting that. Although I'm done with the ship, my next post is going to be, and of course this is going to be after all this, but I'm going to be posting first my pack with me, and then I will post the day one embarkation flight information, and then I'll be doing day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then finally getting off the ship with an honest review. So that'll take us all into February. And then of course I have Mardi Gras coming up, so I'll be posting some of that. I don't get quite the interest I thought I would get with Mardi Gras videos, so I may not post a whole lot, maybe just one quick Mardi Gras. But I do have another cruise in May. This one is London to Copenhagen, and I'm excited for that one. That's going to be on the Getaway. And I'm back on the Prima in September for Iceland down to London. So those are some things that's going on in my life, and as far as cruising, and some things. I may be taking a personal trip up to see my family in Portland, Oregon, and of course I'll take you along with that as well. So, all right guys, let's cap this off in the room, and I'll do some more videotaping as we go here for the day. All right. Well, obviously I made it home okay. So wasn't much to it. Got off the ship just fine. Everything was organized. I had a nice breakfast at Hudson's. Like I said, I went down there to have a breakfast. And so got off the ship, got to the airport, took about an hour with the shuttle from Norwegian's shuttle provided, and got there in plenty of time, went through, security, and I did not have to take a voluntary bump or for a later flight. I was able to get right on, and they were just fine. It was a full flight, but I got home in time and no incident, and it was good to be home, and it was time for my birthday. So I got home on the 12th, and my birthday was the 14th, so was able to celebrate with the girls. All right, so that being said, I decided to put the disembarkation and the full review on the same video. So I'm going to get started. First of all, I'd like to talk about the ship. Okay, so Norwegian Prima, when I first got there, and I mentioned this in my video, first got on board, I was so disorganized and so disoriented because it's a new ship layout for me. When you're used to getting on the getaway, the breakaway, the encore, all those ships, then you're used to getting on and everything is kind of like right there. This ship, when you get on, it was like, whoa, where is everything? Things were not the same name. It was Ocean Walk, not the outside deck. And just little things like that was very confusing at first. But once I got going and got into my room and got into the groove of the ship, and the next day being a sea day, I really appreciated the use of all the spaces on the ship. A couple things. What I did not like, the pool area, and many people have said this, is small. And if you have the pool area right there, and there's a bar, and everything's right there, and then you go up the stairs, and then there's a kid's splash zone, which is kind of tucked a little ways away, and just that was kind of awkward. I didn't understand that. I can imagine the parents being further away from their kids. That part would bother me. And as a solo traveler, I'm just letting you know what I observed. Not that I had that kind of difficulty because I wasn't at the pool. I did appreciate how they prepared the pool. Plenty of lounge chairs, and on each lounge chair they rolled a towel, and they had those all available. I appreciated that. That was very organized and made it nice. The use of the space on the outside. On either side they had an infinity pool. The infinity pools are heated. So if it's a cooler day, you find a few kids in the infinity pool. So, but it wasn't bad. It was just different. And then they had little lounge chairs around that, had a shower on either side so you could take a shower. And then on the infinity pool, you could sit on the ledge and just kind of, if you wanted to get in the pool or if you wanted just to sit there and have your feet dangle. But they also had what I call a foot pool. So you had like a bed, lounging bed, like there's like 3 on either side of the infinity pool, and then surrounding it was water, so you could put your feet in the water and walk along it if you wanted to. Now that was on either side. I did appreciate the use of the
the walkway itself, there was plenty of seating on either side, some great views. You could, they had some binoculars, you could look out. The back of the ship was well designed. It wasn't huge, but there were places to sit there as well. And the walkway on most of the ships would only go to a certain part, and then you'd have to walk inside. This walkway went the full circumference of the ship. So that was really good. This one of the complaints, if you're a smoker, they really didn't have smoking areas. On previous ships, you had the back of the ship and they had the adult only area, and they do stuff out there, but they had a bar, and off to the side people could smoke up there. But I only found that was the only, and I don't smoke, but I noticed that it was kind of like a segregated little spot off into the corner, and it really didn't, I think that whole area right there was not planned well. I didn't get that. There was no bar there, so if you had to take your drink up the stairs and have a cigarette, and if you wanted to go back down, you had to go back. The nearest bar was the pool area. So that was a little bit. So more on the ship, I really, really liked the atrium. I liked the use of the space. In the previous atriums, like in the Getaway or whatever, you had deck 6, and you had the onboard services and the Latitude members, and you had guest services, and you had port services if you wanted to take excursion, the excursion desk, all right there. Then they had this big screen and a little bit of an area where sometimes some singers would be there, they'd entertain, and that whole area would be right there. So it was a big, big crowd. And then on the next deck, 7, they had the Local, which is a restaurant, and then they had all the way around, now I'm talking the Getaway, they have all the way around seating. You can overlook the deck below, the deck 6. And that area would get just crowds. I mean, the only way you could get to the casino, you had to walk through there. And some ships have the bowling alley right there, or they have some games and stuff. But in this ship, in the Prima, deck 6 had some shops, big open area, lots of seating. They did have a musician that was there. They had steps that would go up and to the next floor. You could overlook that floor, but they also had, on the next floor, you had like the different thing. You'd have like the guest services on one floor, and you'd had the Latitude on one floor. So it was really spread out, very open. And then deck 8, of course, looked down on deck 7 and 6. So I appreciated that space. I appreciated the way the movement of people could go through here. So now I'm going to talk about the restaurants. So on the food, they had a new concept, Indulge Food Hall. And so that I appreciated as well, because it was complimentary. It was open for breakfast, which you could serve yourself, lunch, and dinner. So lunch or dinner, they had these little tablets, and you could sit at the tablet anywhere. They have plenty of seating all over, and you ordered what you wanted, and then they'd have runners come and deliver your food. So you could sit right at the, like for instance, you could sit at Q Smokehouse, Barbecue Smokehouse, and they have little chairs there, or you could sit in booths or tables all around. Plenty of options, and great concept in my mind. The Surfside Grill, which is the garden cafe, not very big. It's just like one stretch of the cafeteria, and then you had the seating there, and kind of wasted space to me. So you had the Surfside Grill, and then you had the actual grill, which was at the back, and that had a few seatings there. But I didn't get that. I didn't get that kind of use of space right there. But it would get pretty crowded in there naturally because it's not as big. But because it's not as big, they utilized Palermo and they utilized Food Republic for overflow seating, which is right off of the Garden Cafe. And then plus the outdoor, you could go in a little bit on the outdoor there and have something to eat. But if I were to suggest, I would go to Hudson's and have a sit-down breakfast in the morning. And you can get there a little bit early before your port getting off the ship, have a nice breakfast, and then they offer lunch in that. So they have two main dinings, complimentary dinings. They have Hudson's, which is the whole back of the ship, and then on another floor they have the Commodore room, and that's all complimentary. So they utilize those areas for complimentary. And so you have they have the local, which I really like the local, and I think I'm going to try to put some pictures in here of what I'm talking about. But I really liked how the seating was in there. Very use of space, I guess. But all these areas, of course, would get crowded. I mean, it's just normal. You got that many people on the ship. So you can't avoid that, I don't think, unless there's not that many people on board or you stay on the ship when everybody's off on a port. So those things I would like. The food was very good. So now I'm going to talk about the ports. The first port I want to talk about is Roatan. I've always liked Roatan, and Norwegian docks in one spot, and then the other ships, Carnival and that dock in another spot. And when Carnival docks, they have it's really big. They have, I think it's called Mahogany Bay, and they have like a gondola sort of thing, a lot of shopping. So where we dock, it used to be a little small area, and they've been building it and building it and building it, and so now there's two ships that can dock in there. You'll see, I had Princess ship came up next to us. Not a lot of shopping right there, but it is a port stop, and it's known for, Rotan's known for the coral and diving and snorkeling. So very, very interesting. There, West End is a good place to go. Any of the beach stops on these ports are something to do. Next was Costa Maya. Costa Maya was good for me. It's a man-made port. It's not a normal port there. So they have swimming with the dolphins and swimming in a great big pool, lots of eateries. It's very big for shopping and that. But if you want to see some Mayan ruins, that's what I chose to do. I went to see Chakchoban ruins, which I find very interesting, and it was a very good excursion. And then we were supposed to go to the private island of Harfus Key, but another Norwegian ship had docked in, so they couldn't have both of us there. So we went to Belize, and so that was a tender boat, and kind of a third world country, but I chose to do a little bit of a city tour. There was another couple from the other ship, and they went with me, and we kind of went around in the taxi, and it was interesting. It's a very poor city, but I said this in my the video that I did for Belize is, I used to go a lot of cruising on the West Coast, so went down to Ensenada, And Ensenada used to be very, very poor area. Kids begging on the streets, and there wasn't much to do other than to go to the blowhole and that. But the more cruise ships came, the bigger Ensenada became, and more the port changed there, where the ships dock. So it's good to see that Norwegian is going to Belize. I think eventually that will help the people there, which is good in my mind. I like to see that. Next is Cozumel. Because our ship had to come back to Galveston due to concern for wind and weather, it cut short our day in Cozumel. And Cozumel was a red flag day, lots of wind. So a lot of excursions could not go off because the ship was going to leave at 1 instead of having a full day there. So my excursion got canceled. So I got off the boat and got canceled and went back, had some breakfast and went back out. And I chose to do a taxi just because I was by myself. I'm sure if it was other people, it wouldn't have been as much, but it was $80. Well, he's told me he'd do it for 80, but normally 100. So I had him just drive me around the whole island, and just so that I had something to show you guys, but also just to get an idea of the island itself. And I was a little disappointed in that port because I really wanted to do something. I had an open air bus to a beach, so I thought that would be something fun to do, but that got canceled. So anyway, so now I'm going to talk about the entertainment. I really like the stage. They had the Donna Summer show, which was excellent. Told the story of her from her young age on up to adulthood and struggles and becoming famous. So it was very good. On other nights, when there wasn't a show or a comedy or anything like that, they would do a club. So just like the seats that you have in stadium, even I think I can compare it to high school when we had basketball games, you had all the seats out. But during PE time or gym time or something, all the seats would be pushed back. Well, this is what they did with the stage there. So all the seats would retract and it became a club. And a lot of fun. I did go to one of the nights there. It was like, I think like a 70s type of dancing, and they had people on platforms. And so it was, I think that's utilizing that as different space. I think that handled crowds very well, either during the show or for dancing or the club. Improv for comedy time was very good. These venues are small on all the ships. Improv room and also the Sid Norman's poorhouse. They get very crowded, and some people will stand in line just so they can get in. But we went in without having to sit down. You can stand near the door or something and just catch the entertainment, and really, really good entertainment. Some of the ships have the Beatles and they do different things there, but this group that was there, excellent group. So those two things for entertainment. And then throughout the ship, they had on deck 6, up against the stairwell, there was a guy that was, he was singing Elvis. He was good. So I tried to capture him a little bit on one of my videos. So if I can do that, I might just plop this in there. But he was very good. So they would have a little the typical entertainment or the piano or anything. Quizzes, they had Let's Make a Deal. So all the normal bingo and all those. The casino was good. Wasn't good to me. I didn't win anything. I think I ended up losing like $100. But it it was nice. It wasn't huge, but I appreciated that. I think that's it. So all in all, I like the Prima. I do, and I'm looking forward to going again. I will be on the Prima September, Iceland to London, and so I'm looking forward to getting on the Prima again. So of course I like Norwegian, so they treat me well, and rah rah, right? All right, so I'm going to wrap this up. Well, I hope you liked the whole series of my Norwegian Prima, January 5th through the 12th, out of Galveston. And I enjoyed bringing it to you. I know it's the 1st of March here, but that's how I have to do it. I have to do one a week. So it's kind of a slow grow out there, but I have to do it that way. So upcoming next, I will do a quick Mardi Gras blurb out there. I'm going to release this one here this week, and then I have Mardi Gras, and then I'm going up to Portland, Oregon next week. So I'll be up there on the fly up on the 8th of March, and I'll be back on the 14th. So see family and friends up there. So whatever I'm doing up there, I'll be sure to take you along. And then I'm not sure what I'll be doing after that. I've got the month of April that I got to put some stuff together. Maybe do some shopping hauls because I'm going to be prepping for my trip in May, which is London to Copenhagen. So that's going to be another fun cruise. I don't know what I'm going to be doing on those ports. I'm finding that the excursions that I looked at and put as my favorites aren't there anymore. So are they sold out, or they're just changing their... So I got to find out about that. But no worries. I can get off the ship and do a hop-on, hop-off bus or something. So I'm fine. So that's in May. So that will take me in through the into July sort of thing, and then I'll be getting ready for my September. Like I said, Iceland to London, and then I have another one in November. So that one's going to be out of Venice to Rome. So this is going to be my European year, I guess. It seems like I alternate that. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like my videos, please hit that thumbs up, and that helps my algorithms. Anytime I do a video, you're watching it, that helps the algorithm. If you watch it all the way through, that helps the algorithm. If you put a thumbs up, that helps the algorithm. If you comment, that helps the algorithm. And finally, of course, if you subscribe. So I hope you like it. And I think that's pretty much it for my honest review of the Norwegian Prima and my trip there to the ports of Roatan, Costa Maya, Belize, and Cozumel. All right. So till the next one, I'll see you then. And you guys go out and make it a great day. Whatever you may be doing, please travel safely, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay?